Hey everyone, it's Lily, aka Top of the Core Knights. I'm here with the cast of the Core Talk, where we talk about all things TCG.
All right, that was beautiful. That was beautiful.
What was this?
Hey, everybody, I am Mustang. And here today with us is the detective. We have Isaac and we have John. And today we're here to talk about the sleeper agent in the four colors yellow. And who better to talk about yellow than our yellow players themselves, John and Lily. So we did go over red, which is Isaac.
Yo.
We did go over purple. The purple train keeps on choo-chooing, which is Tom.
Yo.
And we went over white. White supremacy.
Yeah. You have to say that real low.
So today we're going to get their mindsets on yellow, the play style, and everything that yellow has to offer. So if you've always been wondering, what yellow has to offer for you, how does it play, here's the podcast. So, Tom, Lily, take it away.
Tom!
Oh, shoot.
Tom's the
Yeah, what's
John,
up?
Lily,
dares
take
you.
it away.
He said, "How dare you?"
I am so sorry.
Hello, guys. This is John, also known as Megalonica, or you also see the magician on me. We, in yellow, are, how I would call it, mildly inconvenient color.
You?
Yeah.
Now, you guys might be wondering, what do I mean? Why do I call yellow mildly inconvenient? Well, here's the deal. All our units are a lot less in BP than all the other colors. Purple's the only one that rivals us in low DP. Our main way of removal, which is DP minusing, removes it in odd intervals. And our way of control sets you to level 1. So we don't really have any form of quote-unquote removal other than wasting our entire hand on DP minusing cards, such as Exhaust Nexus, Angelic Pressure. Those are two of the highest DP lowering cards in our deck, and they only DP minus by 3. Of course, you could get more with Exhaust Nexus as a burst. In yellow, we have two main mechanics. We have Luster, which allows us to efficiently, during the flash step, Luster, which is during the battle step, after the battle ends, and the unit still survives the battle, you regain all magics used during that battle. Our second option is a more rush style deck, which is the one that's growing in popularity, which is the Behemoth deck, which is the 2-drop rush Fabled Beast deck.
Or as Isaac loves to call it, the Chibis.
The chibi beatdown deck.
Chibi beatdown.
Chibi Beatdown.
That's a great name.
I'm cool with that, bro. I'm cool with that. As a fan of the Fabled Beast, I'm cool with that.
Chibi
Now, what are
beatdown.
your thoughts?
My thoughts on yellow?
Chibi beatdown.
Yeah, chibi beatdown, man. Like that John is kind of crazy. I mean, you call it the CB deck for short. Honestly.
Of course, that was just a brief overview of the entire color. We do have plenty.
CBD.
GB beatdown, CGD. Is that going to be a new thing now? All right, guys. Make sure you spread that.
Let's try to
I
avoid
mean-
CBD because I'm pretty sure that's
I mean, we already
another
have,
terminology for that.
We've already got the copy pasters.
CBD oil.
The copy paste.
Oh.
We've already got the copy pasters.
Well, in any case, I think yellow is so. If we want to segment off the four colors like this, I would say white and purple are more by nature control, while yellow and red are more in nature in aggression. Because if you really notice what yellow does, luster activates only during battle. So for them to really do anything with luster, they have to attack. It's not like they can do something during their main phase, which is if they do, they have activated spell for cheap, but that's all there is. Anyone can inherently do that. Versus like let's go look at, for example, purple where it's had the Baculus Ghost Dragon combo, or for example, we have white where we have things that maybe return to hand like Valkyrie Mist. Yellow, to my knowledge, has a lot of cards that say, "Hey, Luster, when I attack, I add cards back to the hand. Or they have the beatdown deck, which is like, hey, I set you at level 1 or 2. When we attack, you can't block me. So it seems to be they all seem to be very battle oriented. Which I mean is the name of the deck, Battle Spirits. Which is why I like to sometimes think of yellow as more of like the spell slinging counterpart to red. Red specializes in comparing BP and gaining power. Yellow likes to minus BP and just get you off the board, or just use spell sling to get it off the board that way. Or like kind of like, I guess, the dinos. Yellow does a better job of it, I think. I would say, of going wide. Really going wide. Like, you see a bunch of these cute little animals just come out, but they have dynamic purposes and malicious intents to beat your living face in. So, I mean, hey.
Little penguins just coming up with a little scepter, bashing you on the head.
I am waiting for the day there's an entire deck based on those penguins. They already got 3 of them out. They got the Penton chick.
Emperor Penton!
And Prince Penton. Yes.
They're gonna have an Emperor Penton.
That would be
I
an
hope
awesome
so,
extra.
like-
That'd be hilarious.
That'd be a funny extra.
But it's funny you bring that up because like all our nexuses are battle oriented too. Surprisingly enough, we have the Cathedral during the battle phase. If a unit of a yellow cost spirit dies during the battle, you gain a core, and if it's at level 2, you draw a card. Our Flying Arc, which is for Luster, 1 BP, and Luster, all the Luster units gain 1 BP and bounce back to the hand if they get destroyed during the attack phase. And the other one, which is the Fabled Beast one, which also gives +1 during the battle phase.
Yeah, I think the yellow is like, I like to think of it as like, a relative to red, like, or red to yellow, because
I honestly never thought about it that way.
Yeah, because I've noticed every time I see you guys play or seen a yellow play, it's all during battle. Like when I see white, there's white abilities that says a static ability that says, hey, I just can't be destroyed. Or hey, I return this back to hand on placement. Or hey, on destruction, I return this back to hand. Like they have more of a response or more so main phase ability. I mean, there are some cards in white, for example, that does happen on attack, which they specialize in battle themselves, but they do have more main phase abilities than yellow, I guess red does.
Yeah, yellow has always been a deck who specializes in spells.
Yep.
Spells and low level creatures, which allows them to do rush tactics.
Yep.
With that being said, with the right combination of spells and rush tactics, they are a formidable force to be reckoned with. And I think one of the most potent things about yellow is that even though when it comes to like keywordings and strength of their monsters, they're very diverse in the ways of using magics from different colors because of their abilities to recycle. And that's something from both Battle Spirit Saga and the original Battle Spirits. Being able to recycle magics after use allows their small units to even feel as though they can take down behemoths. And we've seen that, multiple times in the past. A small creature would end up winning due to unknown reasons, whether it's BP reduction or using magics from, all the areas. Or one of the things that yellow is pretty good with is changing the game rules in order to fit their conditions in order to win certain fights.
Yeah, turning them to level 1, just having cards that says you can't block, just like white does.
You can't block if you're level 2 or greater.
So if you are a magician or you're very strategic, yellow is definitely a fun color to play. Especially, if an opponent does not see certain magic combinations come out, it will definitely turn the tide immediately. So, but yeah.
Oh, of course, like yellow also has a lot of, I would say, searching capabilities. I would say more filtering capabilities than anything. A lot of our cards just say pick up 2, put back 2 in the deck, search for a specific card if you pay the soul core.
Yeah, but
or
the one problem
card.
that they have is like instead of like putting the card back to your deck like to the bottom and shuffling, or just to the bottom in general, you have to get rid of it if it's not the card that you're looking for.
Yeah, in certain cases, like in the Fabled Beast build, a lot of their cards say search specific cards, if not, put it in the drop zone.
Yeah, I think yellow. Well, when I was trying to experiment with it, yellow really is somewhat biased towards their own. Honestly, like it makes, like for example, I think there's only one Nexus that doesn't care what color it is as a creature. Like what is that? The soapy one, soap bubbles.
Yep.
It doesn't care what creature, but you have to, when you reveal the card, it has to be the same cost.
Correct.
Yeah, but what I mean by that is like it doesn't care about the color. Like if it's the same cost and it's a red card.
No, I think it has to be. I think it has to be a yellow spirit.
Nope. when anything 3 or more dies, I believe, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's the same cost, I believe, you add it to the hand.
Reveal the top card of your deck and one of your spirits that costs 3 if yours is destroyed. If it costs the same as the destroyed spirit, add it to your hand. If it does not, discard it.
As you can see, yep.
However, its level 2 effect is strictly yellow.
Yeah, it's level 2
So
effect is
There
yellow.
is a lot of nexuses within yellow that are like just say I either cater towards luster, bless, or yellow. So it's kind of hard to kind of be fluent with that. But funny enough, I think the most flexible card in yellow is really the 2-cost searching individuals.
Yes,
It's
because
the
they
passive.
add everything that's 2
Yeah.
cost.
Oh, I misspoke. There's one other nexus that does not care what color, and it's Spiral Tower. It can summon any level
2,
any cost 2, but it does not care the color. But the issue
but
is
the level 2 cares about
Just
yellow.
Just like Soap Bubble.
Yeah,
So-
unfortunately, all the other nexuses don't really care about what color it is.
Yeah, in white, like
I thi-
Mothership doesn't care that you're yellow. You can just refresh your
You
coolers.
just gotta be a mech.
Yeah,
For the
the
second part.
yellow
For the second
nexuses that give you power during your opponent's turn or when you block. They just says when you block during your opponent's turn.
And they're just generically good.
Plus
Like,
attack.
unfortunately, like our quote unquote generically good cards are spellbound to yellow, colorbound, sorry, to yellow.
Yeah. And it's
Our cathedral. It would be really great if other colors could use the cathedral.
oh man, that'll be abusive.
That would be. Oh yeah, no.
So broken.
It'd be so very abusive.
Like
But again, it's colorbound to yellow, which I mean balances it.
yeah, which
A lot of it, I think, like a lot of our nexuses are really, really strong, allowing us. For instance, people may not think that the flying art. People only use flying art to get the +2 during the battle. People may not see the value of, oh, it dies, bounce it back to the hand.
Mhm.
But that's fueling your resources again. So it's
Yeah.
really, really potent when the next turn your opponent can think, oh, he got another luster unit. He's going to play that same luster combination that he just attacked me with because this unit, I just blocked this unit and it died. I thought I got rid of it. No, it's back in your hand. And now I can use it for next turn.
You know something? When you put it like that, yeah, I wouldn't want to see that in purple.
Right.
I would not want to see that in purple. Attack
'Cause it
with
was like
curse.
cur-
Tap it. Put it to the hand. I'm good now.
I'm good now.
So what about you guys' matchups with like fighting against other colors? Since you both play 2 different styles of decks and approach different things. How do you guys think about your matchups against other colors?
Of course. Lily, why don't you start this off? Since you're the rusher. And right now, in the meta, as we saw, like the top 16 in California,
Yeah,
something
Palm
like that?
Springs.
Palm Springs, has like 5 God Beast decks, and more than likely the God Beast decks are 2-cost rush.
So what do you think your matchups would be? Like, what would be like a bad matchup and a good matchup for the
Worst matchup is from Chibis, as you so lovingly call them. Just simply because
Is what?
most of the time,
Is what color?
Is what color?
I'm explaining why first.
Oh, okay.
Most of the time because these low cost units have low cores.
Mm-hmm.
You can see where I'm going with this. Purple core stripping, purple core control.
Little babies.
The little babies with 1 or 2 cores, core control just murders the board, and it's hard to get those resources back.
I feel your pain.
So you can either rush them down really fast. If you're lucky, you can easily do that, but you're also biding your time against a core control deck.
I'm sorry. She was like, if you're lucky, and I was just sitting there like, yeah. With the violin.
Yeah, you have to build your resources just like they do,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to bide your time for that rush turn and play more carefully with them.
Yeah.
If you don't play carefully against purple, speaking as someone who plays against purple a lot,
Mm-hmm.
if you don't bide your time with your resources, to put it lightly, you're screwed.
I can really imagine that because let's say for example the purple player starts with Curse Dragon in hand, and they go second.
And then they end up drawing Baculus and just shutting you down and giving you PTSD, and you just want to sit there and cry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
boy, do I know it. Now, here's the other end for that purple
You're not
matchup.
sorry.
I play more towards the luster style, but I have played the rush style against his purple deck. It's not fun. But here on the luster side, it's a little bit different because we require more cores to level up to gain that ability.
Mm-hmm.
So we
And
don't
their
have as
issue
much
is
problem.
that if it gets blown up at any point in time, it's over.
Yeah, we suffer from
Like-
that, but usually we can address the situation before it comes down to it, because on attack, we basically clear a board for free. Like, if you have the perfect, like, 2 cost rush, you can just, like, 2 cost rush. 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 You can just, like, setup, which
Yeah.
with Michaela
Yeah.
Michaela?
Board, and they just be like,
clears the
"Dang,
board, and
my
then
board's
they can retaliate real fast
Oh,
though.
Michaela.
They be
is
like, oh
such a
man,
good
my
card.
board's clear. Thank you. Deadly balance.
Yep.
And you sitting there like, dang,
That.
I
Thank
gotta
you.
pick what dies. That's what gets me
Yeah.
about deadly balance. It
Yeah.
ain't like volcanic break where the opponent goes like, give me that one. You like, freak.
See, here's the
Deadly
best
balance
part.
be like, you pick. I'm gonna sit here and watch you put it
it's
there.
rough.
I'm gonna watch you suffer by killing one of your friends. You
See?
backstabbing.
Some of these people may think deadly balance is
What
a
you
problem.
do, Tom? What you do? Cause these
I
young
mean-
players are crying out here.
To be fair, a lot of times I don't even let you get a
Kill
choice.
my cats.
I sometimes don't even let you get a choice, especially against Blight. It's like, oh, I got armor on this freaking Pegasion. That's so cute. Considering it has armor, let me just drop this deadly balance and let you take away that other card that I don't want to see at all anyway. Like that Fulla over there. Yeah, it's so cute. You got that armor. Fulla now needs to die. Now I'm gonna go kill your Pegasion.
I hate purple.
And here's the funny thing about
I hate
it.
purple.
That's why I had an elephant sitting over there with one core on it. Be like, core strip, elephant. Deadly balance, elephant.
That poor
Man, this poor elephant just taking the
elephant.
Elephant is the
for the call.
self-sacrifice. It
I'm just
has
waiting
to
for
be.
that one purple card that's like states like this core stripping power ignores when destroyed effects.
Oh my god.
That'd be broken.
No.
But you would think deadly balance would be a problem for Luster. It actually isn't if you have the right setup, because what you can do is actually, if you have an arc at level 2, select your Luster. There's always going to be 2 cards on the field in the Luster field. Always select the Luster unit, deadly balance it back, unless they have a second deadly balance.
Oh, yeah.
It comes right back to the hand, ready for use for the next turn.
Yep.
Yeah, but the problem on your side is that you have to kill one of your spirits in the process of all that.
Yeah, I mean, it already attacked. I look, I ain't opposed to
I did
all
what
things
I
about
had
it.
to do. It's okay.
And it doesn't work with freeze at all because it has to die
Through
through
battle. But that's the
Yeah.
2 cost. That's not the Luster though.
So,
Yeah.
so what about
What about the other colors, Ellie?
Yeah,
What's the next one you want to talk about?
white
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
power.
They too damn bulky for my little chibis.
That is so wrong coming from you.
I had to split it up. If nobody catches it, if nobody catches it,
Why are you like this?
For whoever knows who Mustang is,
You'll catch it.
You'll if you catch it and then know who he is. Wow.
He not Mustang. He Christopher.
I'm
Christopher.
I'm Christopher.
Christopher.
When I started playing the white, I changed my name to Christopher.
Yeah, because we had to choose the whitest name ever.
Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Lily.
Honestly, with me on the Fable Bee side, with me on the little baby Rush side, white is just too mean. They got these big ass numbers, and I'm sitting over here with like 3s, maybe 4s, 6 if I'm lucky. My highest thing in my deck is my God Beast leveled all the way up, and he's only 11. You got bitches that are bigger than that.
Oh my god! This is the definition of spare change. Spare change.
And don't make sure you don't got an odor on that field, or not your field's gonna get him
Yeah,
seen right back
he
in
just-
hand.
He just bounces
I'm just
me
saying,
back.
we gotta pump iron. We fight red on the daily. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
That's
true.
He just fighting me bad. He just got these big numbers. The only way I can do it is use the strategy I wouldn't use against purple and send like 10 little bitches on the board and be like, look at these babies. Are you going to murder them and make them depressed for the rest of their life?
That sounds like something God beats to do.
And now here's on the other side of the Luster. You know, it's funny that all these little cost units, the 2 cost rush deck, is the Luster deck actually shines against. Like, against white, we honestly could just DP you out of the game and keep the whole front moving, because we can keep attacking. You can block. We just DP minus you. You have Enterprise on the board. Enterprise doesn't interact with yellow whatsoever.
Nope.
The literal only thing that's worth worrying about right now is that new promo Axe Biter or
Axe
whatever.
That's
Spider,
right, the
yeah.
armor
Yep.
yellow thing. Yep.
Yep.
That's literally my biggest concern in Luster.
But you can not really, because if you
Exhaust Nexus.
if you drop the
Exhaust
exhaust
Nexus.
nexus, it minuses it down to 3, and then if you get it back into your hand
And do it again.
and just
Do
do
it
it again,
with Michaela on the
it
board.
kills it. It's
Yeah.
it's done.
So
Like-
even so, like on the other side of the table, from a Luster perspective, yeah, those ones are probably one of our more easier matchups per se. And I would think that even with that, like on the other side of the table over there with the 2-side rush, they don't have a problem really with red
I was about to say.
or yellow.
I was going to say.
Red
I was going
is
to say.
pretty much
Against
like who
dinos,
beats
it's
whose
just
face
whoever
first.
rushes the fastest.
Yeah.
Facts.
Whoever sends out their little babies the fastest.
It's like a slugfest.
It is literally.
It's literally a slugfest with
but the
babies
difference
and then
is-
dinos.
But the difference is, y'all got low costing DPs
Yeah,
that kind of just kills theirs before they get started.
yeah, we got
The
a lot
only
of
thing they
DP
really got
minuses.
to really just like pop your board, Burning Force.
Burning
Yeah.
Force, yep.
It's
Red does have another card. It's the Star Dragon card that says 2 costs or 2 DP or less can't deal damage.
okay.
So if
yeah.
that's on the field,
How
like
about
yellow
yeah.
has to get rid of that
Oh,
immediately.
you talking about that dumpster card?
Yep. It's poop, bro.
And honestly,
It's only
And
good
honestly,
really
to
against
be
yellow.
fair,
Like,
A little bit against red too.
Like,
because
he may
Yes,
not be a
but
2-cost card.
against the rush.
He may
and
not be a
everything. Any
2-cost
rush
card,
type
but
deck
he is a
good
Fable
deck.
Beast,
It's a
and
good
I
card
just
to
want
have
to
out
put this
in the
little
field.
dude out there because he's going to be in my side deck.
mm-hmm.
Ryut. The
Oh, the
only
dragon.
card that, the
Yeah.
only card that's good against Nova.
Yeah. So like, as a red player, I will say that.
Granted-
It's also good against
Yeah.
white too.
Yeah, well, decent. But I will say, as a red player, with going against the 2-cost rush, it really is just a slugfest, and that's where Arc tends to shine, and also things like Lava Fish, Burning Force, Volcanic Break, and or usually Confront. Confront is an annoying thing for
But
yellow
what
player
you
to
gonna
fight
do about us with Cathedrals and Phantasmal
You can
back
have 'em.
here?
You can have them once you
Give me the course, give me the draws, give me more resources, and then I just whoop your ass instead.
because we gotta say with Burning Force, there's 3 things in red that kills Nexuses, which is Burning Force, Agile Medius, and also Drago Guard. Once the Nexus disappears, you can just confront
flash.
or burn or just flash, honestly speaking, and just keep burning there. So red
And
is really
honestly-
good at clearing the board against a 2-cost rush. It's good at
Mhm.
clearing the board, but it comes down to the first 4 turns of the game.
Yep,
If the
it's
first
literally a
4 turn-
slugfest.
Yes, the first 4 turns, the first five turns kind of determines where the rest of the game is gonna go. Because if they have a good stable board and they have DP minus in the hand, a red player is gonna have a hard time because you can't really block. If you play it on a 2 cost, if you play it on 1 cost, you're gonna be max of 4 BP. They minus you by 2, you're now a 2. You're now in range of death. Minus you by 3, you're now in range of death. And if you try to do a front, you're in range of death. It's just like, So against a 2-cost rush, red is kind of on the back foot, I would say. So I think like yellow definitely benefits from the 2-cost rush in the beginning.
Mhm.
oh,
Um,
definitely. Like
but,
the Luster
yeah.
one with Confront, that makes it hard for us because we have to.
Oh yeah,
We have to
love
fight.
Luster. I love that.
We can't Luster on their turn.
No, I love that because I look at them like, man, you look good. I like you. You know, whoosh. I
And
love
here's the
it.
thing.
I love it.
We
Luster-
gonna do this the red way, or we gonna do this the right
Luster
way?
only works on my
The
attack
choice
phase.
is mine.
So if I'm forced to confront, I'm forced to lose my
Yes.
magic in my hand. And when I lose magic in my hand, I lose all the advantage of the game.
And the crazy thing about it is that since Luster really works on attack, I will say that usually you don't have to worry about confrontation, but you also worry about being tapped down. Because of
yeah.
how you just gotta worry about, okay, well I'm gonna do what yellow does, my cousin. Just put it on board, attack quickly. Now you're at 2 life. So you gonna blow up my board, or you gonna let me do this again? Like it's just.
So-
Or if you give him enough resources, he might be able to just do the clapback. You always got to worry about the clapback.
Oh,
when you're
yeah,
in the
yeah.
when
Alright.
it's a
Oh,
rush
yeah.
versus a
So,
rush.
so I got the most important question to ask. You both ready?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's the dark horse question.
Okay.
What about if y'all fight each other?
So if we fought each other, I would 9 times out of 10 be on the more front foot. Because I have a lot of ways to minus an entire board and get rid of them
Honestly, I agree with
outside
that.
of the attack phase.
The only thing
Man.
I can say against
Chibi just gave up on that one.
No. The only thing I can say is if I'm against Luster because I have little babies. If I get my handful of little babies and a couple DP minuses, and I have the cores, I can just little baby him to death. I could just be out here with my cute little monsters just swinging to
So
death.
I have a question.
Actually, in my opinion, if as long as he the Luster's deck starts with Exhaust Nexus, then her deck is in trouble.
Correct.
However,
If he doesn't, it's a little bit more difficult.
Very true. Very true.
Because I was just thinking, I'm not sure if anyone else thinks the same way, but you're aggro deck still in the sense because you have small units that come out pretty early, pretty fast. But not only that, your nexuses kind of help fund, your bad situations such as destruction.
Yep.
So,
but here's the thing with Luster is that you also have to take into account that Luster is one of those 7 tools of the bandit type deals. We pick in from white. Hey, this is a good magic.
That's what's
grab.
At.
Hey, red burning force, give me that.
Yeah.
Hey, purple deadly balance, let me borrow that from you too because we can actually use that pretty well. Or core theft even.
What I will say is like definitely for sure. Oh goodness, core theft. That was thinking about was like I think yellow.
Yeah, Luster has more advantage than the Chibis.
I wouldn't say that.
I wouldn't say that
because here's my opinion. Let me put my opinion. So
Yeah.
what I'm thinking is that the reason why you have I guess somewhat of advantage because you still have access to all the DP minuses he does, and his I think cheapest Luster is the same 2-cost Donald Duck.
It's my duck. Yeah,
it's
the duck.
And you could DP minus that on your turn. Because you still have access to that, and also both of you have access to Cathedral. But since she goes wide, unlike you have to pay 5 to blow up her Nexus, right? So if you both have access to Cathedral, so
actually I don't even have to pay 5 if I have Michaela in there.
You pay for free, yeah.
It's all free.
No, that's not true.
Oh yeah, during the battle phase.
It's only doing.
But if I wanted to, but here's the thing: I don't even need to blow it up because if I have Exhaust Nexus, you're only getting 1 court regardless. At the end of the day, and your board's disappearing.
That's another thing.
Unless some of your spirits are 4K
just because
first.
of the way Luster plays, because of Michaela, they have a lot more spell versatility.
Yeah,
and
they
here's the
have
thing:
access to using other colors more easier than I do.
How about this? I think if you have the early game rush and utility, and Luster can't check you, it's going to be rough.
Oh yeah,
because
110%.
Let's look at the basic Luster, the basic decent Luster War Angel. 3 cores on it in order to get it to maximum power.
Correct.
Yes.
Then you need to pay for the resources to pay the magic.
Yeah.
If you don't have enough to check those little cheebies that's continuously coming at you, starting from turn 1, by the way.
Yeah.
And that War Angel's will cost 5. So of course things need to be out there either for reduction prior or you're putting out there at 5 costs. And if you can't continuously check her or check the deck itself, God Beast, by the time you get yourself solidified, they're already
almost definitely
3-4 swipes in.
They have an easier setup than we do.
But I'm with Tom. If they end up having that
Exhaust
Nexus and that cheap bird thingy,
Doc Calderas,
they can just keep that ball rolling.
Yeah.
Even the drowsy fumes to just check some of your small and big.
It really could go either way.
That's what I'm saying because I'm looking at this you still have access to cards he has to. The only difference between you versus him, he can reuse them. But that's not to say that because his board is usually small, like maybe 2 to 3 creatures.
Where I can go
wide.
It
also doesn't stop. Say he wants to play Luster, you could still blow up his stuff during his turn and ruin his Luster turn.
Yes, you most definitely can.
Yeah, you have access to still
I ruined somebody's turn.
It's honestly a very strategic
5 magics, and I was like, okay.
Deadly balance.
Okay.
Bye.
No, I wait until they flash, blew up my whole board. And I'm like, okay, flash, deadly balance. They had 2 cards on the field, Michaela and the Luster.
And we're not gonna pick Michaela.
Deadly balance. No, they picked Michaela so they can keep it. And then I said thank you, and I appreciate the additional cores for sacrificing my units. Deadly balance. You just looked at it. It's like he lost both his spirits. He got 0 damage in. And he lost 5 magics.
This is why I said I hate yellow against purple.
Well,
Tom, what is that smile? That devious smile. It's all about strategy. That was a good strategy.
Well, everyone, thank you for staying with us today and listening to us babble and
It's not like yellow
the PTSD between Lily and Tom.
Look, listen, if you want to hear more about it,
I
just
do have
sound off in the
PTSD
comments.
for a
We'll
very
definitely
good
be coming
reason.
back with that.
So
Have seen with this purple.
Thank you guys for sticking with us today. And we will definitely be catching you on the next one. So, as a closing, who's going to give it? Uh-oh. He's going to give it a shot today. Here we go.
Oh, okay. So, as Will Baxter like to say, let the chords decide your fate. As Will Battlecorn likes to say, let the battles determine your champion. See you in the next one.
Ciao.
You got it. All right. Peace out.